Hello. I haven't spoken to you for a while. I have had a lot of things happening in my life. My dad died on the 10th of this month, a couple of weeks ago now, after a long battle with cancer. He had Hodgkin's lymphoma and he was in pain and he was miserable and he was getting fed up because his brain was fine but his body just would not cooperate with what he was trying to tell. He went very peacefully in his sleep. When he was first diagnosed, I was devastated. I thought, well, my dad is gonna die, that's it, that's all there is to it. I did come out of that, I did have a bit of hope that I am now regretting having, but at the time I posted lyrics from the Mountain Goats song Matthew 25 and 21. The last verse has a couple of lines that say, "You are a presence full of light upon this earth, and I am a witness to your life and to its worth." And I posted that on Facebook in a fit of sadness, and my dad saw it. And I was going through his files on the computer that the family share, and it turns out he copied and pasted that into a Word document, and he saved it because he liked it. And I never told him that they were Mountain Goats lyrics. I didn't even know that he'd seen it until a couple of days ago, because he was an extraordinary man. Everyone who met him loved him. He was the kind of human that would live, he lived in such a way that could not be faulted. He made mistakes, of course he made mistakes, but they were never, he was never malicious, he was never spiteful, he was never unfair, and he was never unkind in any way. He was the most generous, kind, loving man I have ever known in my life, and it's been an absolute privilege to know him for the 18, almost 19 years that I have. Even though I can't remember most of my childhood because I was a child, it was a long time ago, I know that he worked incredibly hard to keep us in a house and with food on the table, and he was amazing. He always had a story to tell and a song to sing. He was a poet, a published poet, and a published author as well. He had this brilliant way with words that I can only hope to have inherited. He took his time and he did things properly, and he put a lot of thought into what he did. He was always having the crack, as he said. The crack, if you don't know, or if you're not Irish, it's just sort of good fun, taking the mickey and joking. Yeah, and he was having the crack an awful lot. He always did. I don't know how this video is going to end. I feel like I've been talking for way too long. I've got so many stories of my father. I'm not wanting you to break out the violins. He was 73, and he's not in any pain anymore, and that's the most important thing to take away from this, because he was suffering. As I said, I don't want your pity. I just wanted to tell you who this man was and how fantastic he was. He had such a huge influence on my life. He taught me so many songs, he taught so many stories, so many songs, and so many life lessons that only my father could deliver. He was amazing, and I love him very much, and he ain't here anymore. He donated his body to science, so there's not going to be a funeral, there's not going to be anything for the next 3 years at least, and then they're going to cremate him and send him back, which is nice of them, I suppose. But that says exactly what my dad was all about. Even after he's dead, he's still trying to help other people by donating his body to medical science. I'm not crying, I'm just trying not to sneeze. Promise. So there's that. My father's dead, and I'm very sorry if you never got to meet him, because he would have changed your life. I am positive of it. He's changed everyone's lives that you knew. There you go. I'll see you when I see you, and I hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year. Oh, yeah, that's enough, I think.